Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the USA Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10. Max and Red Bull won the strategic battle and Max has become title favourite. But I still believe in Lewis. But what a season we've had. One of the best seasons I can remember. And it's probably going to go down to the wire. Fernando Alonso 5. His weekend got off to the worst start possible as he stopped 3 minutes into the session. Then he hit the wall in practice 2. Took a penalty. Gave a big toe to Ocon in qualifying. Great battles with Kimi Räikkönen and Giovinazzi. Retired with a rear wing issue. Ocon 5. Got a huge toe off Alonso but didn't make Q3. Front wing damage, retired. And not a great weekend actually for Alpine. Carlos Sainz 9. P5 in quali. Big battle with the McLarens on lap 1. He got passed by Bottas late on and finished P7. Charles Leclerc 10. Big spin in practice 1. P4 in quali, P4 in the race, and massive points in the constructors. Charles Leclerc just did a sensational job this weekend. That's why I give him 10. Daniel Ricciardo 10. Beat Lando Norris all weekend. A very impressive performance, and he was so aggressive on lap 1, and that kind of made his race. Had a big battle with Carlos Sainz. Bit of contact, managed to hold on to P5. And he seems to love the US. He drove a stock car with winning the bet about getting a podium, and he was ahead of Norris all weekend. Lando Norris 5. I thought he was average this weekend at best. Out qualified, out raced by Ricciardo. And it was just a standard weekend as he finished P8. Giovinazzi 6. P12 in quali, P11 in the race. He beat Kimi Räikkönen with ease in quali. But in the race he had massive battles with Alonso. And will he keep his seat? Because he's been very racy the last couple. Kimi Räikkönen 1. Now I have to give him 1. And he should have probably had like 8 if he'd have scored points. But his qualifying performances are not good enough. 0.4 off his teammate. He was in P10 and then he spins through the S's. That is a big rookie mistake for a man with such experience. George Russell 5. Took a penalty and a bit like Lando Norris, just standard weekend. Nothing special. Nicholas Latifi 0. Now, Nicholas Latifi's just not good enough. He said it was his worst quali of the year. And in the race, he finished 15th. And he never sets the world on fire, does he? He had them good spells, races where he scored points. But he's gone back to the old Latifi. Sebastian Vettel 8. Took a grid penalty. Great recovery to P10. He benefited from Kimi Räikkönen's spin. And he scored a point. Lance Stroll 5. Big shock as he got knocked out in Q1. And then his race went downhill from lap 1 where he had a bit of damage. And he ended up finishing P12. Lewis Hamilton 10. P2 in quali, P2 in the race. He got the perfect start. Max pitted early. Hamilton should have reacted. He didn't. Red Bull had the track position. It was all about hunting him down at the end. Just couldn't get in DRS. And Red Bull winning round a Mercedes track. Positive for Lewis, he got the fastest lap. Valtteri Bottas 5. Fastest in practice 1. He takes another penalty which was very strange, to say the least. P4 quali dropped to P9 and then a standard race. I mean, he's gone from 9th to 6th. I don't know what it is with Bottas. He can't Like, this is what I mean about the inconsistency. Dominates Turkey, and then he gains 3 places in the race. Max, 10. Yeah. We had a bit of a race in practice too between Max and Lewis, which was odd. Pole position, led most of the race, championship leader, extends his lead, and him and Red Bull won the strategic battle, and he didn't buckle under the pressure. Sergio Perez, 10, fastest in practice 3, P3 quali, P3 in the race, and Sergio Perez deserves 10 because he did the whole race without a drink. Yeah, and when he was out the car, he looked massively dehydrated. Played the team game all weekend, and one of his stronger weekends. Pierre Gasly, 6. Again, he did a very solid job in quali, but he had an issue before the race started, and then he retired early on. Yuki Sonoda, 10. P10 in quali, he finished P9 in the race, and Yuki Sonoda had a very good race, and he was my star of the race. Now, Yuki's been struggling quite a bit, but let's give him some credit. He scored points, and that will be a big confidence boost to him. Mick Schumacher, 7. Out-qualifies Mazepin, out-races Mazepin, and that's the best he can do. Nikita Mazepin, 0. Big spin in practice 1. He blocks Sebastian Vettel in qualifying, and then he moans when he gets blocked in qualifying. And he was complaining in the race that his feet was hot, and he was last all weekend. Just not good enough. So let me check. We've covered everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there we have it. Driver ratings for the US Grand Prix. A very successful weekend as we saw crowds filling, like big crowds at the US Grand Prix. We go on to Mexico next, and the races are going to come thick and fast now. And I have no idea who's going to win this championship. Wow. Unbelievable season we are witnessing between two